Hello and welcome to our call, you guys. We are so happy that you're here. My name is Jen, and I'm here with a few other coaches who are so excited to share with you about this coaching opportunity, what it's all about, and hopefully maybe if it's something for you. So we're hoping to keep this call to 30 minutes. If you have any questions at all, this call is for you to get as many questions answered as you can. So please don't hesitate to pop them in the chat and we will answer them as best as we can. So what is a coach? This is literally, it's a funny term because a lot of people right off the bat, when we invite them to coaching, they think, whoa, I'm not a coach, right? We think like an actual sports coach, an expert, someone who knows all of the things and is showing the way that way. But really, don't. We're not nutritionists. We're not women who are on our own personal journeys of health and wellness, and we are inviting other women along the way. And so there's a wonderful opportunity here to not only stay super accountable in your own journey and link arms with other women on that ride, as well as helping to build an incredible community of your own. There's also an incredible opportunity to mentor women in building businesses. And we're going to talk a little bit more about like the scale of those businesses, but being able to mentor and lead women is a really, really incredible part of this business as well. So tonight we have for you a few coaches on our team that want to share with you their stories about how they got started and what it's done for them. And then at the end, we're going to answer some frequently asked questions. So again, if you have any questions as we go, please don't be afraid to pop them in the chat. And I'm going to toss it over to Courtney to start us off.
Hey guys, thanks so much, Jen. I am going to take you back a little bit and tell you about how I started coaching and why I started coaching. Because even as Jen is talking and telling us like the opportunity at hand here, and you can mentor women and you can do all this, like, geez, I don't know if baby Courtney at the beginning was just starting out, I don't know if I would feel ready for that. So I want to just take you back. I've been coaching 4 years now. Erin and I started the Teen to Sisterhood together, and it's grown into this incredible community of women. And I really want to tell you, we're a big part of the Beachbody corporate network. And when I say incredible group of women, I really mean that. Like, I know I'm biased, but this team is incredible. But it didn't start like that, not even close. I didn't start because I wanted to help women or create community. I started because I needed some accountability in my own life. I had never focused on health and fitness. I would look at those people just like, you're not really my people. And so when I started these programs, I was like 26 days into these programs. I was doing it alongside my sisters. And Erin had said to me, like, why don't you coach? Now, at the time, I'd been watching our coach, Kim, and she was making this network marketing thing kind of seem great. She was so relatable and authentic. I really thought that she was making an impact in my life. Like, I was looking to her to like, okay, how could I follow this meal plan, or how do I, do this program properly? And I was just really like invested in her group, and I saw the value there. And so when Erin asked me like, why don't you coach? I kind of didn't really have a reason not to, but I definitely didn't walk in as a professional. I have lost 100 pounds doing these programs. And when I started coaching, I'd lost 12. So when people are considering coaching and they're like, oh, but I'm not really at my goal weight yet. Same girl, same. I started coaching to lose the weight. And that sounds really sort of shallow in the beginning, but that's where my mindset was. I tied being happy to the large amount of weight I wanted to lose. I tied those two things together. And I really saw coaching as an outlet to be able to help me with that goal. What I didn't realize is that coaching has been able to help me with so many other goals I didn't even know I wanted to set. Across the past 4 years, guys, in order to be a successful coach, you have to just show up authentically. You have to show up on social and share your health and fitness journey. You're not teaching or telling, you're sharing your health and fitness journey, and you're being relatable by being authentic. And in order to be authentic online, you have to be walking the walk. For me, I faced a lot of challenges having to walk the walk. I've struggled with addiction my whole life. Like I said, I've never been into health and fitness. So these programs, this morning routine, like waking up at 5 a.m., the motivation, like I didn't have that. I was not born with that. This is not part of who I am. I I have forced myself over the past 4 years to get up with that alarm and to just walk through the motions of what it takes to be a good coach. Wake up, press play, eat healthy, share that journey. And anytime I've struggled in my coaching journey, I've had to look in the mirror and be like, okay, what's going on in my life that I'm kind of shying away from or that I'm hiding? Because any hard time in my coaching business has been when I'm not being authentic online, right? Because I'm not sharing something. Specifically early in coaching, that was smoking for me. I was really struggling quitting, and it was on, off, on, off, on, off. And the guilt that brought into my business, into this coaching thing, because I was like, oh, like I just feel like such a sham, like showing up like this. And so it forced me to keep quitting. I knew in my gut, if I want to do anything with this, I need to focus on making those positive changes. And so as I look back over these 4 years, like losing the weight, like great. I have those tools. I know how to do that, and I have done that. And I love helping other women do that, but it's so much more. It's the accountability to grow in so many other areas of your life, the accountability to have the courage to like follow through on goals you don't even know you might have, right? So there's so much to gain personally. That is a little bit about how I got started, and I want to pass it over to Megan, who I'm super excited to hear from tonight.
Hi guys, my name is Megan. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I have been a coach for just under a year, and like Courtney, I started 100% for the accountability. Like it was 100% selfish. I need something to keep me on track. I have yo-yoed when it comes to health and fitness my entire life, like since I was 8 years old, doing Jane Fonda videos with my mom in the living room up until my 30s, always a yo-yo. So I also started for the accountability. But what I'm actually going to talk to you about right now is coaching through all of the seasons of your life, and also coaching through any point of your health and wellness journey. I started coaching in December, like I said, for selfish reasons. 2 weeks to the day after I signed up to be a coach, I found out I was pregnant with my second baby. And I had a 15-month-old at home, found out I was pregnant, and I was like, oh my God, what have I done? Not only about the baby, but about the coaching, questioning everything. I'm just kidding, just about coaching. And so I actually seriously considered quitting. I was like, this is brutal timing. Who the hell is going to want a pregnant coach? Like this is ridiculous. But I took a couple days, I thought about it, and I said, Megan, you've struggled with consistency your entire life. If there's any time you need that extra accountability and that extra consistency, it's right now. And so I stuck with it. And I can say without any word of a doubt that had I not been coaching, the minute I found out I was pregnant, I would have grabbed a tub of ice cream, went to the couch, and stayed there for 9 months. But instead, because I was coaching, I stayed active my entire pregnancy. I worked out right up until the day before I gave birth. And for the first time in my life, health and fitness has become a lifestyle, not just like something I do for a little while till I finish a program or until I hit a goal. It's become something that's just like ingrained in my everyday. And so it really doesn't matter where you are in your journey. Like Courtney said, you don't have to be at your goal weight. You don't have to be at your goal dress size. You don't even have to be in your goal like mental space, right? Because the whole point of coaching is to continue growing and continue improving yourself. And that's the beauty of it. And if I'm being perfectly honest, nobody wants a perfect coach. Nobody wants the coach that's at their goal weight. Nobody wants the coach that has their shit together, because guess what? That's not relatable, right? People want to see what your individual struggle is. And that is how you are going to relate and connect with people regardless of where you are in your journey. When I was pregnant, I was connecting with the women who were also pregnant. Now I have a 2-month-old at home, and I'm connecting with the women who are drowning in those postpartum days, trying to figure out how the hell they can get themselves back. And so it doesn't matter what chaos you're living in right now. I promise you that there is somebody else out there going through the same struggles. And so honestly, that is all the more reason to start your coaching journey at the beginning of your personal journey, because then you can bring people along with you and you can build your community around people who are going through the same seasons of life as you. So I think that's pretty much, that was short, but I think that's really all I wanted to say. And I think I'm passing it over to Sarah now.
Thanks, Megan. Hey guys, my name is Sarah. I have been coaching for a little over 2 years now. And like most people, I started as a client in the community. I was about 6 weeks into doing these programs. I wasn't like fully invested, but for the first time, I was like showing up, I was doing the workouts, I wasn't following the nutrition plan or anything like that. And it caught me off guard because 6 weeks into it, my coach invited me to the coaching opportunity. And I didn't take it seriously. I thought it was a joke. I had a huge list of reasons as to why, like, I wouldn't be qualified. I don't want to do that. I have no interest in sharing on social media. I have no experience sharing on social media. I have no time. I had all these reasons why I couldn't do it. But ultimately, after she asked me, it really had me thinking about what it could do. And even though I was only 6 weeks into doing these programs, I was starting to feel better. These little changes that I was making were really starting to add up. And something just switched for me. I wanted this to be something that could last long term. And I knew from my track record that I needed that extra accountability in my own journey. So same as Megan, same as Courtney, I started coaching for selfish reasons, for accountability in my journey. It was one of the scariest decisions I ever made. Like, it was so far out of my comfort zone, but looking back now 2 years later, easily the best decision I've made, not only for my own personal journey, but for my family, our future, just like my entire life. Every aspect of my life has improved to some degree since I started coaching. So I'm going to share with you kind of like the 3 top impacts that I've experienced in my life through coaching. First one, like I said, the accountability. I had just gone back to work when I started coaching after my second mat leave. I'm a grade 7-8 teacher. I have 2 young kids at home. None of my work clothes fit, nothing fit. I felt so uncomfortable in everything. So I just wanted to be able to lose a little bit of weight. I was hoping to lose 10 to 15 pounds. And I kind of thought that would be it for me, right? After having kids, I just kind of accepted that that's where I was in my body and in my life. But at this point, I've lost 60 pounds. And I know for a fact that if I wasn't coaching, I never would have gotten to this part in my own journey, because still to this day, there are many mornings where I drag my ass out of bed when my alarm goes off to do my workout, because I know people are watching. I know people are waiting. I know people are depending on me to show up. So being a coach, like, truly has been the reason I've been able to get where I am in my journey. But what's more important than what I've lost are the things that I've gained. Like, I'm a happier person. I'm more patient and present with my kids. I'm more confident. Like, I am just overall a better person. So many things have improved in my life because of these things, that really the weight loss is such a small piece of it. Another big reason I know coaching was such a great decision is the impact it's had on people in my life, like family members, friends, cousins, girls that I work with, old high school friends. So many people in my life have taken their health more seriously or decided to prioritize it a little bit more, simply because I was brave enough to share what I was doing. I invited them to join me, and I've supported them along the way. And I cannot express to you how good of a feeling it is. And I know every coach on this call would agree, when you get that message from somebody and they're thanking you. They're thanking you for nudging them. They're thanking you for inviting them maybe 5 times, 10 times, however many times, to get started on their own health and wellness journey, because they are feeling the things that we are feeling now too. It is the most incredible feeling. And then my third reason is something that I really didn't expect, and that is the income potential. I assumed that, you know, like the best of the best, like only the very top people were able to make money in a business like this. I really had no real understanding of network marketing. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. But ultimately, my goal was for my hobby not to cost me money. I figured if I was going to be buying the products every month, I was hoping it would be a bonus if I could just cover that. That way, my hobby wasn't costing us money. But over the last year, especially at the beginning of the pandemic, this has really helped our family. My husband had to take a leave of absence from work, and coaching helped kind of fill those gaps when we were down to one salary, one income in our household. And over the last 2 years, as it's continued to grow, as I continue to help more people on their health and wellness journey and starting a business, it's allowed me to make different decisions in my life and with my husband for our family. This September, I went down to part-time teaching so I could focus more on this business and have more time with my family. And never in a million years did I think I was going to be able to do that. I was like counting down the years until I could retire, 26 to go. Like I never thought I'd be able to do that. But focusing on me, helping other people do the same has just opened up so many opportunities. So when you get off the call later tonight, I really want to encourage you to ask yourself 3 questions. Could your personal journey, and it doesn't have to be weight related, it doesn't have to be physical, mental, everything, could your own journey benefit from some kind of extra accountability? Would it make you feel happy? Would you feel really proud to be able to help the people in your life who you love the most? And could your household benefit from some kind of additional income? And if you're saying yes to all of those things or one of those things, honestly, I think this would be a really great fit for you. I'm passing it to Erin. I think it's Erin.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. I just sit here in awe. I love listening to your stories. All 3 of you, I could listen to you all night. And I think it's so relatable to hear about how you never thought that coaching was for you. And I think that is a common theme amongst all of us. We could all easily say, this isn't the career I thought that I would have. Like I went to university, I got a good job. I thought that's where I was going. None of us expect this career path, but I think all of us felt drawn to it, and all of us felt curious, and all of us ultimately were open enough to consider it. And I feel like now, for me, almost 4 years into this, it's the greatest decision I've ever made. So we're going to do a few frequently asked questions because we know often that everybody has similar questions or concerns. So we want to go through those for you tonight. I'm going to kick off the first one, which is, how much does it cost? And I want to, I love how Sarah was saying that she wanted to do this to cover her costs of her hobby. And let's be serious, right? If you have a hobby, hobbies cost you money. If you have a business, you're going to make money in that business. So yes, there's a way to do this business, this hobby, and it will cost you money every month if you're ordering your products, you're paying for your workouts, etc. But if you decide to make it a business, you really can make some money at doing that. There are some costs though. Like any business, there are costs to it. So every single month, there's a coach administration fee that we pay. It is $17.95 Canadian. I actually don't know what the American is. I think it's $15.95. Court, can you confirm in the chat? And that just covers a lot of our administration costs. We have a whole back office, a whole customer service support. Like you're never actually taking money from somebody. You're not shipping products. You're not buying products for people and sending them to them. You're not doing any of that kind of warehouse shipping, any of that. If a customer has a problem, you send them right to customer service. So all those kind of services, business services are covered in your business admin fee, which is $17.95 a month. There is an expectation that you are consuming, using, and buying these products as your proof of the product. We say often that we're not salespeople for Beachbody. I've never once felt like a salesperson. Quite the opposite. What we do is we share our journey. We go in on these programs. We love these programs. We love these products, and then we just share them. It would be like you sharing your favorite Starbucks drink with your friends, or if there was a new restaurant that opened up, you're sharing about your excitement for that. That is how we're sharing our excitement for Beachbody, and it comes from a genuine place of being obsessed with these products and programs. So there is an expectation that you're consuming that and buying that every single month. So your cost would range depending on what you want to buy every month, but I would say it's probably about $100, $150. The question that we often get though is, how much money can you make? And I want to be super real with you guys. It really depends what your intentions are and how much you want to work towards this. It's a business. And like anything else, it depends on your effort, your diligence, your skill, your commitment, how much time you want to put into it. There are people who do this business and treat it as more of a hobby. And it really is their accountability. And they join for the community, but they're not actually like working the business in terms of trying to spread their love to other people and helping other people with their health and wellness, right? So those hobbyists, we would say, aren't going to make a lot of money. Maybe they're going to cover their costs, like Sarah was saying. Or if you want to go all in on this and work full time in this business and like hustle and throw all of your heart into this, there's the capacity to make hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars. And I want to be super real by saying like the opportunity for income growth is massive. For me, I'll just kind of share really honestly, I'm now into my third year of, this is my third full year of coaching. And this past year, I left my government management position. And this year, I will have doubled that income in my third year. So it's absolutely possible to make this a career. It's absolutely possible to make this something financially like beautiful for your life, for your family. And I think that sometimes people are shy about talking about money, but I want people to realize that like this is a legitimate career and business that can absolutely have an impact on your family's life. How much time does it take? Okay, so I think I covered that a little bit. Ultimately, it depends what you want to commit to it, right? Like you can spend no time on this and have a really great time and join a great community and meet great women, or you can spend hours on this every single day. Again, it depends on what your goals are, and none of us care, right? Like that's totally up to you and what you want to do with that. For what I did when I started, because I had a busy life, I was working full time, I had kids in like all the sports activities, I felt like I was up to here and I didn't have a single moment for myself, let alone an additional business. So what I did is I got super clear with myself and I did a time audit. I literally took a piece of paper with like a piece of line paper and wrote like every hour of the day that I was awake. So like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way until I went to bed at night, which was like 10 o'clock. And I gut checked myself every single day for a week and looked at how I was spending my time every hour. And there were times genuinely that I was like, I'm not really actually doing anything. Like during my lunch hour at work, I would either just like scroll social media, maybe I would just walk around at the mall, maybe I would just sit with other colleagues, maybe I was doing nothing effective. And then when my kids would go to bed, my husband and I would just kind of sit on the couch. He would watch a show that he really liked. I didn't really care. I would scroll on my phone. Like I was exhausted at the end of the night and didn't have any energy for anything until I realized I had 2 extra hours at night and I could use that time to help other women discover who the hell they were and embrace their health and wellness. So instead, I used my hour at lunch and 2 hours at night to go all in on this business. And it freaking changed my life. So do yourself a gut check on how you're spending your time. Maybe if you have an extra hour, even maybe like 3 20-minute blocks throughout the day that you could help to invest in impact on other women's lives, it's worth doing it. Okay, I'm going to pass the court for some other questions. Okay, awesome. I was going to just touch on first, someone asked in the chat, I can't do shakes or energize. I don't like the taste. Does that mean I can't coach? And then Jen wrote, not at all. There's other products, which is true, right? Like this is about you leaning into these programs and products and figuring out which ones work for you. So there are tons of other products, but also like a little tough love, which we really pride our team on doing. Like I don't like the taste. Doesn't really cut it for me, you know, like there's tons of flavors and all that kind of stuff. And I'll tell you, when I started doing this, I ordered, I got my bag of Shakeology, I drank it, and then I canceled it. I never ordered it again, right? And then I started coaching and I was like, I hate shakes. I don't want to do this. And I would maybe drink a bag like every couple of months. Like I wasn't drinking it daily. It took time for me to see the results and feel the changes, like what it actually did for my gut health, to understand the benefits. And as I grew confident in the products, I started to be able to use them a little bit better. So like, does it mean I can't coach? Like that's a little dramatic, but like, do you need to have an open mind and be trying these products and programs because it's part of your business? Yeah, one of the questions that I'm going to answer is, but is this a pyramid scheme though? And I love this question because I feel like everybody kind of has a little bit of hesitation and of starting a network marketing business, right? But I want to just say to you guys, like, welcome to 2021. And it's kind of the way of the future. We all just saw what happened in 2020. Everybody was grounded. Everybody built their home office and started to realize that like going into the office and working on someone else's terms is not necessary, nor is it like the best quality of life. This business has the beautiful opportunity to allow you to make income from working from home by using your network and using your free social media device in order to do that. So I think, and then just plainly, is it a pyramid scheme? A pyramid scheme is when you collect money but don't offer a product or service. So they're illegal and highly regulated, but network marketing is a lucrative business that many people find success in, and also many people find small success in. It's okay to make $200 or $500 a month in this business. You don't have to quit your government job and double your income, right? Everybody on this team has different goals, and that's what we as a team and your coach will be there to help guide you through. Erin, did you answer the social media question or no? No. So the other one was like, but I don't know anything about social media, right? Like, you don't have any followers, you've never posted a story. Same girl, same. None of us did. All of us were moms posting pictures of our kids. And it's almost humorous now when a new coach joins and it's like, oh, send me a picture for your new coach announcement, because I'm looking through her Instagram and I don't even know what she looks like, because every single picture is of her kids, of her family, and then she's hiding in the background behind Mickey Mouse, like all of us. And so this is actually kind of a liberating position for you to be in, to reclaim yourself and to rediscover yourself. And social media is going to help you do that. And I know that that's scary AF, but we all walk through this, and that is a huge part of the training program and your mentorship and us helping you do that. It really is just one step in front of the other with social media. First, trying to post a story and sharing something small about the program you're doing, and slowly over time going into it. Nobody expects you to like all of a sudden be posting reels and doing all the things. Like, not realistic, not even relatable. You know, if you're someone that never posts, it's probably a lot more relatable for you to just like put up one post on your grid and start sharing slowly in your stories, right? So social media is really something that we help guide you through. And then in the training, I always say, like, to try to have a mindset shift around it, because it's a free tool for your new business. Like, in no brick and mortar business, in no startup, in no franchise purchase is it this free for you to advertise your business. And it's just sort of a mindset shift from using it to share about your family to using it to build an income. And we really, really help walk you through that. I'm going to pass it to Jen.
All right. So how do you get started as a coach? First and foremost, you know, I love how Erin really hit the nail on the head by saying, like, we are not salespeople. We share our journey. So first things first, choose a program and go all in. Go all in like it's your freaking job. Because if you decide that you want to do this, guess what? It is. So follow the meal plan to a T. Do every single freaking workout and see what can happen to you by the time that program finishes. And take the pictures and the measurements and all of the thing. Because really, we all walk in such strong belief in these programs and this opportunity, because we are all living, breathing proof of what is possible here. And we know that this is a freaking gift that we are giving to the other women and men in our lives who so desperately need this. And, you know, like, I couldn't agree more with Erin about the fact that we don't feel like salespeople. If you feel like you're going to be selling to your friends and family, I encourage you to 100% follow a program from start to finish and see how that shifts your mindset. So that's the first thing that we encourage you to do as a new coach. And then we get you plugged into our private mentorship. This month in November, we are starting it up in a private Facebook group. We are going to be giving you all of the tools that you need. We are going to be taking you step by step through this journey. We get together on weekly calls together with all of the new mentees and really help walk you through this. You know, we are truly in business for ourselves, but never by ourselves. We are a collaborative team that shares, and like Courtney even giving that little bit of tough love, This is how we've been so successful, is because we want to see you succeed. We're going to help you with your social media. We're going to help answer all of your questions and help guide you through inviting friends and family and all of the things in our mentorship. So we're really excited to launch that on November 1st. So if it's something that you think you might want to do, I do encourage you to get in touch with the coach who invited you to this call and start talking about how you can get started. And finally, before you go, network marketing is totally something that can be really outside the box. And Courtney mentioned this, like this is maybe new to a lot of people. Maybe it feels uncomfortable. Maybe you're not quite sure. But so often when we're thinking of something that's outside the box, we can come up with all of the reasons and excuses why not. And I'm going to encourage you to pivot your mindset. I want to encourage you, when you get off this call tonight, to take a moment to stop and think and ask yourself, why could I be good at this? Why could this potentially change my life? Why could this be something for me? And why are all these women doing it? And yeah, I hope that helps to give you an idea of what maybe this could offer you. We so appreciate you taking the time tonight to join us, and we hope to see you soon. Take care.